He has an Academy Award sitting in his house in Los Angeles. But in a quiet town in southeastern Nigeria, men twice his age call him something else. Nwannedinamba, a brother in a foreign land. This is not a story about a black American actor who happened to win an Oscar. This is a story of a man who took a DNA test looking for an answer and found a hometown. He found Nkwerre, Imo State. He found a people who found out he was Igbo. And what he did with that discovery is something most celebrities never have the courage to do. Forest Whitaker was born on July 15, 1961 in Longview, Texas. His father sold insurance. His mother taught special education. Nobody in that house was thinking about Nigeria. Nobody was thinking about acting either. The family moved to Carson, California when Forest was still a little boy. He grew up the way a lot of kids grow up, finding himself in pieces. He played football. He studied music seriously enough that for a while, opera looked like his future, not film. Then he went to USC to study drama, and somewhere in that decade, the pieces started fitting in differently. By the late 1980s, Forest Whitaker wasn't just acting, he was disappearing into people. Started using a word for him that you don't hear often: transformation. Not performance, transformation. He played jazz legend Charlie Parker in Birth and disappeared so completely into the role that he won the Best Actor at Cannes, the first American to do it in many years. But the role that would define him to the rest of the world came in 2006. Playing Ugandan dictator Idi Amin Dada, Whitaker didn't just study the man's speeches. He learned Swahili. He spent time in Uganda. He let the character take something from him before the cameras even rolled. In February 2007, Forest Whitaker won the Academy Award for Best Actor. He became only the fourth black man in history to win in that category. By every industry measure, he had made it. Global icon, award winner, a career most actors would call complete. But fame had never answered the one question that mattered most to him, the question of his identity. Where do I actually come from? Like millions of African Americans descended from enslaved ancestors, Whitaker grew up with a gap in his family tree, a wall built centuries ago that no oral history could climb over. So, he did what a growing number of African Americans have done. He took a DNA test. The results of the deoxyribonucleic acid test traced his mother's line to the Akan people of present-day Ghana, and his father's line, the line carrying his own surname, traced directly to the Igbo people of southern Nigeria, specifically to a town called Nkwerre in Imo State. For most people, a result like that stays on a piece of paper, a curiosity, a footnote at a dinner party. Forest Whitaker booked a flight. On April 5th, 2009, after attending the African Movie Academy Awards in Bayelsa, Whitaker traveled to Nkwerre with his fellow actor Danny Glover, who was tracing his own roots through the same journey. They were received in Imo State not as tourists not as celebrities passing through the town, but as sons returning home. Chief Nzechukwu Emeka Nyam Osigwe, who helped guide the homecoming, told the gathered crowd that this was one of the greatest moments in Black history. Two men separated from their roots by ocean and centuries of forced silence, walking back into the town their bloodline never stopped belonging to. The town conferred on him the traditional title of Nwannedinamba, a brother in a foreign land. It was not a symbolic gesture handed down for photographs. In Igbo tradition, a chieftaincy title carries responsibility. It says, you belong here and we expect you to act it and live it. Forest Whitaker, as his name already sounds Igbo, Ohia, has said it plainly more than once. I am proud of my Nigerian Igbo land heritage. I have Nigerian blood flowing in my veins. I am from Nkwerre community in Imo State. Nigeria is my home and Africa is my root. Here is what makes this story bigger than the actor's biography. For generations, the transatlantic slave trade did something no war ever fully undoes. It severed names, languages, towns, and bloodlines and replaced them with silence. Most African Americans will never know exactly which village their ancestors were taken from. Forest Whitaker found out, and instead of treating it as a trivia for a magazine profile, he built a relationship with it. He shows up, he invests in it, he lets a small town in Imo State claim him as fully as Hollywood does. That is Igbo excellence, walking into two directions at once. A global icon, proving that greatness from Nkwerre can stand on an Oscar stage, and a global icon, proving that an Oscar stage is not too far to carry Nkwerre's name at the back of it. Forest Whitaker built an entire career out of becoming another people on screen, but the most powerful role he ever stepped into wasn't written by anyone. It was waiting for him in Nkwerre the whole time. If you enjoyed watching this beautiful documentary highlighting the life and achievements of Forest Whitaker, please hit the subscribe button. This is Nwannedinamba Cultural Forum, where we promote the rich cultural heritage of the Igbo people. Your curator once again is Prince Nwannedinamba Fortune, and I will see you in my subsequent videos. Do well to share this video and drop a comment. Bye.